Hey everybody, welcome to Divine Rebel Oracle. We have a pick a card reading for your financial and career situation for Libra season. So go ahead and take a look at these different cards. Reflect on whichever one calls to you. This is the Golden Healer, this is the Goldstone, and this is the Red Tiger's Eye. So take a minute to think about which one is calling to you. We have Morgan Greer cards and the Burning Serpent Oracle deck, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the Golden Healer. Let me just pull these two down. And let's see what we have. All right, so our situation here is the Temperance card. What's crossing us is the Three of Cups. Okay, interesting. And then for our Lenormand, we have the Anchor and the Cat of Three Tails. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for this, you have the Temperance card, which indicates balance. It's also the card for Sagittarius. So this could mean that it's going to take you until Sagittarius season to get this balance. It could mean that there's a Sagittarian in your life that's going to help you with this, or that you are Sagittarius yourself. But as far as Temperance, it means balancing your emotions, balancing your emotional and physical state. You can see here at the bottom of the card, he's got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground. So balancing your work duties with your emotions, your reality with your subconscious, things like that. Now, it's interesting that you're being crossed by the Three of Cups, because this can indicate too much partying, too much going out with friends, and so it does seem like what your financial situation is going to be impacted on that kind of partying, entertaining, going out, celebrating, and not really remembering to keep balance there. With the Lenormand cards, the Anchor and the Cat of Three Tails, the Cat of Three Tails is like the whip, right? So there's some conflict, there's some stubbornness happening. Now, the Anchor is generally a positive card, but when we see it in combination with the whip or the Cat of Three Tails, what it indicates is that there's a stubbornness, excuse me, that's creating conflict. There's a stubbornness in terms of like a schedule. So as far as repetition, the whip can also mean repetition. And you're being stubborn. You're not allowing things to flow, right? So you're not allowing this balance to happen for the Temperance card. You're being stubborn and kind of stuck in your own ways, and it's creating conflict in your financial situation, okay? So be really careful with spending too much, entertainment, partying, and not really creating that homework balance. It does seem that whatever it is that you do a lot, you're being stubborn and not really letting go of the things that you're used to doing. So if you're used to going out all the time, if you're used to spending money on things, you're being stubborn in that, and it's causing some conflict there. So the Golden Healer, the stone, is kind of a yellowy color, and that is your solar plexus chakra. So try to do some meditations for your solar plexus chakra so that you can obtain that fortitude and that strength and that conviction to balance yourself and balance your finances. Okay? All right. So the Goldstone, Goldstone's one of my favorite. It's the Leo stone. It's also a good sacral chakra, stone. So here we have the Queen of Swords and the Judgment. Okay, so the position of the Queen of Swords is very clear cut, very precise, she's often depicts somebody who is like divorced or single and is very in control of their life, very regimented. The air signs are Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. And swords represent the air signs. So the conflict here, what's crossing you, is Judgment. And so it seems like you want a second chance, or you're going to get a second chance to invest in something or complete something. If we look at the Lenormand cards here, the owl and the mouse is actually the birds card, which means communication, dates. It can mean in its negative aspect gossip. It is an excitement, like there's it can border on anxiety, but there's an excitement about it, like anticipation. And with the flaming tree, that is the tree of life. So that is, establishing a legacy, establishing, a family tree, or a business that has deep roots and big, strong branches that provides fruit and, sustenance and shade, and is a long-lasting legacy for you. So it looks like, if you pick a card, that you are going to have a chance to, like a second chance maybe at a job or a business opportunity, some kind of communication that will, maybe you need to reach out to somebody and say, I've had a time to think about this, or somebody's going to reach out to you and say, are you really sure that you don't want this opportunity? Or maybe it's been a long time. Maybe you interviewed for a job, or you talked with somebody about an investment plan and you hadn't heard from them for a while, and you're going to get a second chance with them. They're going to reach out to you, and that conversation is going to establish you in this long-time legacy, this job or this investment or this business that will flourish and create a legacy. Okay, and so this goldstone, again, is the sacral chakra, and that's a good place for meditating on creativity and passion, things you're creative about. So that could be something that you might need to focus on during Libra season. Okay, and the last one, if you picked this red tiger's eye, let's see what you have as far as your card. So the Tower is crossing you. Okay, so here we're ready for a big major life change. Okay, something has happened. You've got the Five of Cups. You've had a major disappointment. Yep. You've had a major disappointment, and it is time for something to end. Okay, no two ways about this. This is just what it is. Major disappointment. The Tower is coming. Anything that's not built on a solid foundation is going to be shaken loose. And you don't want that anyway. If it's not a solid foundation, it's not going to give you long term, right? Your tree is going to die. So the dead tree in the letter means that there is going to be some contract is coming to an end. It could even be like a marriage, a business contract, anything that has documents, okay? So a teaching contract, a project, if you were contracted to do something, you're going to receive some communication that indicates that whatever you were doing before is done, okay? This also could read that this major shakeup, that what you had in the past was dead, and you're going to receive some new news that's going to give you a new path to go on, okay? So the red jasper, I'm sorry, I keep saying red jasper, it's a red tiger's eye, is your root chakra, and that is what grounds you and keeps you sane and still and solid. That's your foundation. So Libra season is a good time for you, if you were drawn to this reading, to meditate on that root chakra and really gain that sense of foundation, because as you can see, whatever is not strong is going to be shaken loose. Okay, so I hope that pick a card reading was helpful for you guys for Libra season. It certainly was for me, and I hope that you guys stick with me on this journey of financial abundance and creating wealth for the common good. I'll see you guys next time.